Yeah, Pirate Warriors, specifically 3 is my favorite. Four is a lot closer to generic Muso music, which is, it's not bad, but I like this. It's got that trumpet. Still kind of wish they would do like an expansion for Pirate Warriors 4. Rather than just releasing a bunch of characters and not really touching the base game. But I think it's just been character releases for Pirate Warriors 4. They haven't actually done any like new proper campaigns or whatever. Alright. I'll grumble about that while we get the game started here. Anyways, yo, you heard about this sick new visual novel called Tsukahami? Yo, not gonna lie, bro, I think I killed that shit. Alright, contractual application is done. God, the fucking Tsukahami video. When you were so goddamn sure that you're saying it right. You don't need a pronunciation guide, you said it. You said Tsukahami, you killed it. Absolutely correct. Little Aria rando today, because we haven't played this in a while. Oh, I just realized I don't have... hang on. I was gonna say, we have the meat background. I could be using the meat background. That's the wrong scene. There we go. I forgot I made a bespoke layout specifically for doing Aria Rando, because I play it so much. I was like, I'll just use my regular game loadout, it's fine. It's my first day streaming. See if I have enough space to write it. Ah. Tsukahami, the hit new visual novel from Type Moon. Alright. Yeah, mashing too much. Altair to start, huh? This is on the web-based rando, because I still haven't downloaded the original one to this computer. I probably should. Killing these guys like I'm ever gonna repeat the cleave solution in room 1. That's never happening again. You've got bird power! You've got spoiled milk power! Alright, I think I just saw money up top, so I'm not gonna bother. If you wanna grab that, we'll just do the quick check down here in the waterway, and then be on the regular route. I actually got a media key for a game that seems really cool, but I can't really stream it, not because the game is bad or anything, or because there's like an NDA, but it unfortunately has an issue right now where the sound basically kind of makes it unwatchable, like it's not really pleasant to listen to. Which is a shame, because the game itself is really cool. Like, it's an early access game, I'm expecting bugs and stuff, but I would not want to show it off in that state. So when I grab media keys for games, it's usually because I'm actually interested in the game, so I don't want to show it off in a state where it is not really pleasant to watch or listen to, so... Oop, wrong button. So I'll give it a little bit of time. Apparently they are aware of the issue, they're working on it. But, yeah, I don't mind, you know, early access games, I'm fully aware of the fact that there's going to be bugs and issues. I don't expect them to be finished and fully complete, but I also do not want to subject you to sound stacking on top of each other so much that they blow your ears out. The audio is all over the place, unfortunately. It's not too bad if, you know, it's on just on my end and it's not going to destroy my ears, but I know folks like to listen to headphones and... Yeah. You get it. Save some MP for the Eagle Blast over here against Creaking Skull. Sadly, Altair doesn't hit a ton. Still good enough to kill this guy, but Altair is not a big damage soul. Not even audio balance, it's just like... I'm pretty sure it's a bug. Like, it sounds like a sound buffer issue where sounds will just, like, start cutting out and, like, almost stuttering. But then the problem is certain sounds will stack on top of each other, so you'll hear stuttering and then it'll just turn into, like, a small explosion. A small localized explosion entirely in my kitchen. You may not see it. You will not see it. 42. Yeah. Today we're hoping to get Black Panther. I remember last seed it was not nice. Come on. I did not get Black Panther particularly early on my seeds. So we're hoping to get some better luck this time. I've been meaning to check out more, like, newer games and stuff. Yo, it's good, 21 gay emus. Nightmare! Actually, that's a great soul. Nightmare is a fantastic soul. Does a lot of damage. Fire elemental. Rotten meat. A little expensive on the early game, but it's worth it. Just gonna be a little more frugal. Oh boy, a copper breastplate. Thysiastry? What is that? I'm fighting this guy. I don't need to fight this guy. He's stinky. He's a stinky man. Oh, I still don't have enough. I thought I had enough MP for a Nightmare Blast after... There we go. I wanted to do that. Well, it's a straightforward projectile with a wide area, and also it takes a little while to get going, which is fantastic for, like, big bosses, because you can, like, plant it on top of them as you deploy it. Roguelike dungeon crawler. I think Etrian Odyssey is a dungeon crawler. I know that I would want Etrian Odyssey as, like, a roguelike. Like, I'm sure the game itself is fine, but I think for me, I think that's part of the appeal, is kind of slowly mapping out the area and working your way in. As long as the runs aren't too long, that's not bad. Should probably equip that copper plate, huh? The gun, unfortunately, is stinky. Yeah, Etrian Odyssey is a dungeon crawler. It's a blobber, as the cool kids call it. They call it a blobber because all your party members form into a blob when you walk around. Oh, nice. Like, I hope I can get the axe arm behind it, and I did. But yeah, eventually I want to check out that one game I was talking about. Hopefully they patch that issue sooner than later. I feel bad because whenever I take, like, a media key for a game, like, I know I don't specifically have to, but I like to try and cover it as soon as possible. And, like, usually they give you... Like, this one wasn't even through a key mailing outlet. It was literally just through my business email, so it's like... There's no real, like, specific hard time or date that they want coverage by, but... I like to try and do it sooner than later. Astral Throne, aka Roguelike Fire Emblem. Oh, roguelikes. Never actually played any of the wizardries outside of... I very briefly tried the gacha game, which has the best summoning animation, by the way, of any gacha game. Because it's like... You resurrect the dead version of the person that you summon, basically. Like of the pole banner. And, like, you watch their bones and skeleton and flesh all reform. The animation is fantastic, it's just... It felt a little bit grindy for my tastes. Oh yeah, no, I can totally understand not wanting to play a game. 50, 60 hours, it's a lot. The other problem is, since it is a gacha game, I'm sure that there will eventually be power creep and the characters that you pull on the day one. Apparently there is permadeath. But, like, you have to actively be trying to fail it, basically. Like, there's a little mini-game that you do when a character can die, I think. And it's like, you basically have to be asleep for them to fully die. I could be wrong, I might be mistaken. Tales of Grace's F. Oh, buddy, I have, Tales of Berseria and Tales of Vesperia that I bought, like, 7 years ago, and I still have not played. I need to play those. Tales of Vesperia is the fucking remaster now. That's how long it's taken me to get around to it. So I bought the old PC port and the remaster apparently is out now, or is coming out. A lot of potions. I kind of want a weapon. I would like to not use a knife. Like, the nightmare will carry me through a few more boss fights, but I would like a knife. Or, not a knife, I should say. Also, man, Marvel Heroes being back, unfortunately does mean that you can't really play the game, at least not on Tahiti, if you want to, like, just sit down and immediately play. Oh, this is the slow one, huh? There is a queue, and thankfully it's not as bad as yesterday because it was Midtown Madness. So it is the designated, this is where you go and grind event. Oh, can I make it there? I think I might be able to jump that. I get, like, right at the end. Yeah. Like Kaiser Knuckle, because I can jump cancel it. I mean, the good news is you can literally download the server software for yourself and play it, and a lot of people are actually doing that. Like, it's not a private closed server, like anybody can download it and run your own, so... It's so wild that an 8-year-old game, 8 to 9-year-old game that was dead up until now is back and has a login queue because it's so popular. I'm sure it's gonna fall off over time. It's still the new hotness, everybody's getting back in. I'm sure after, like, the first week or so, we'll see, like, more reasonable login queues. Tsuchinoko real! The only problem is doing a solo server might be difficult if you plan on doing any of the raids. I don't think you recommend Berseria Remaster. Is it not good? Is it stinky? Oh, it just didn't need a remaster. I thought it was like a bad port or something. Can this reach the ceiling? Killer doll. Sure can. I love that for me. Like, I think earlier when I checked before I started my stream, I was kind of curious how long the queue was, and now they were down to like 200, so not nearly as bad as yesterday, where it was like 1.2k. Tried logging in, the queue was 450. Still not as bad as yesterday, but yeah, it's a little long. The big problem is that they don't really tell you in the game, but they have a timeout for the queue, where if you don't, like, click on the screen once every 15 minutes, it will let you go through your queue, like, it'll let you go all the way to 0, and then it just dumps you back to the login screen. Because they implemented a timeout since so many people were just jumping in the queue and then getting timed out anyways, so... You unfortunately do have to click on the screen every 15 minutes, and a timer would be great. Again, I'm sure this won't be a problem later on down the line, but for now, they gotta deal with. I'm gonna use that because I don't actually have any other accessories right now. Gold ring is normally not very high on my priorities list, but it's free money. That's hammer dollars. Also, I don't know how many people here play Grand Blue, but I finally did it. I finally beat Parasite Steve. Hostalia is fully uncapped. I have all of her stuff. I don't need to fight Parasite Steve anymore until I need Justice material for Maria Theresa if she ever becomes good. This is good for Hammercoin. If you don't play Grand Blue, there are a bunch of characters that are technically free but require a pretty significant material investment to get. And the one that I got, Hasalia, is considered extremely core for water comps. But again, since they are such a big time and resource investment, you need to really prioritize like which ones you go for, so that's finally done. Admittedly, I wasn't like, you know, power grinding it out. I wasn't like going real hard to get the materials, but it's finally done. Oh, getting kicked from the queue is some weird leftover in the game that isn't changeable? Wild. Why? A Dorkin. I'm gonna say I want to hit the ectoplasms, because if I get cursed, I lose all my MP, not just some of it. I never got really into, like, the end game stuff in Marvel Heroes, so maybe if I ever get up to that. Actually, Golem is great for me. Because that makes Kaiser Knuckle much better. I'm not gonna bother getting that. I've actually been doing... Weirdly, my Grand Blue pulls, like the anniversary event is going on right now. They're giving out like a ton of free pulls on the summon banners. My luck has been so much better on the non-boosted, on the non-fest banners. Like, I think I just got gold moons on the free 100 rolls they gave on the boosted SSR rate banner. And then all the 3%, like, I've been getting all the seasonal limiteds. I got fucking, like, I got Summer, what's her name? Summer Raziel, I got Summer Horus, I got Summer Luo, I got Yukata Nier, I got Yukata Toyen. And then on the 6% on the double rate banner, I got a lot of gold moons. I'm real happy about getting Summer Horus and Summer Raziel, because those are both extremely good units. And I technically had to spend 20 rolls for Summer Horus, but that is absolutely a steal. That is like a mega bargain. Because I got 210, I think I got 200 or 210 rolls on the break when I got the... like, there's a mechanic where you basically get a random amount of rolls every day, and potentially you can theoretically get up to 300, but it is extremely unlikely. But I got 200 rolls on the banner, and Granblue has a mechanic where if you roll 300 times on a banner, they just let you take whichever unit you want for free, basically. Because if you ever heard about the scandal, like, God, a decade ago at this point, there was a thing where people spent a lot of money trying to roll a specific limited unit and found out that the rates were not exactly accurate, so there was a whole scandal about it, and they basically introduced not like a hard law, like not a hard legislation or anything, but they introduced guidelines that basically every gacha game followed from that point forward, where not only do you have to display the actual odds of getting a specific thing on a banner, but also, like, pretty much every game added a mechanic where if you do X amount of rolls on a banner, they just let you get something for free. They have, like, a pity system. So you can do these with free rolls as well, which means that if you were able to roll on a banner for free, you know, close to 300 times, you can in fact just get a unit for effectively free or heavily discounted, which is what I did. So I just casually pulled like 2 of the best units in the game at the moment for almost nothing, which is great. I don't spend money on Granblue, I never will. The rates are not good. I don't know how anybody plays Uma Musume and spends money on that game, because there are no boosted banners on Uma Musume. Everything is 3%. Uma Musume, it is painful to wail in that game, I would imagine. And like, yeah, I know it's a very different game, but I don't know, I never could. Slash! Can I make it here? Probably go from over here then. Because at this point, most of my, like, M3, my Exalto grids are finished for Omega summons, at least. I don't know that I'm ever going to go into, you know, Primal. I feel like that's too much of an investment that I don't really have the resources for. Oh, yeah, that's right, I have Giant Bat. I'm stupid. Also, apparently Granblue on Steam, it's very hit or miss, because, like, apparently the ping is a lot better. Like, apparently they have their own servers for the Steam version. But then on the flip side, like, they're not gonna have the collabs, or at least most of the collabs don't exist. But, like, you can still see other players with them, like from the Japanese version. So it's like, they're just invisible, they just show up as question marks. It's weird. I don't know how it works. Apparently it's also slightly more expensive if you do plan on spending real money on the Steam version. Apparently, like, the exchange rate, it works out to costing more. But I don't see myself ever spending money on Granblue, so... The only Granblue I'm spending money on is probably going to be Endless Ragnarok. How goes Rando? Oh, not too bad so far. We got Giant Bat. Got Giant Bat, got some decent souls, decent weapons. Very okay run. I'm just doing the usual thing when I play these randos where I kind of pivot to talking about gacha games a bit. I've also been playing a little bit of Dragalia on the side, like they have some private servers for that now too, speaking of long dead RPGs getting a second lease on life. I should probably slap on the Ray Ring. I switched to another server fairly recently because the original one that I was playing on had a bunch of random lag spikes that were really annoying to deal with. Like, sometimes you would just have to wait 10 seconds, like, on the loading screen between, like, when it would catch up, and it was like... If you're doing raids and stuff, or just trying to do, like, a Kaleidoscape run, it was really stinky. It was not fun. Kaleidoscape is kind of long. Let's go check the ceiling, actually. Technically, Giant Bat is faster to get around, but it also devours my MP. I'm gonna try not to spend all that. Hey, I forgot I have Tsushinoko. I could get some stuff from Hammer for cheaper. Not that there's too much that I want right now. I guess I could sell the handgun and buy, like, Kunitsuna. I think I had a Kunitsuna. I've heard good things about FF16. I'll probably play it at some point. God damn it.
Rapes. Rapes.
I do have Skulla, but I don't want to go underwater just yet. The place is scary. I have a copper plate. Bro, I'm level 6. Bro, I'm not worth that much experience. Alchemy Stars, but too invested in Arknights otherwise. I played a little bit of the first Arknights. It was okay, but I bounced off of it. I used to play Ether Gazer. I kind of enjoyed that for a bit, but I feel like it's probably... Like, I could tell it was kind of starting to fall victim to power creep. And I was running out of my honeymoon period of like, consistent free currency and stuff. I was, like, struggling at that point, so... I wonder if that game is even still running. I haven't checked on it in a long time. What's up here? Oh, it's a... book? Book? Problem is, I feel like a lot of, like, modern gotcha games now are trying... Everything is trying to look like Genshin or Honkai, and it's like... just do something different. I don't want every game to require, like, a beast of a machine and be 50 gigs. It's kind of why I like Granblue, because it's a very low-spec game. Like, you can run it on basically anything that runs Chrome. And also, it's like, it's almost kind of a weirdly, an idle game in kind of a weird way. Like, once you get your team set up well enough, you can just tell them to auto-fight certain fights and you'll be fine. Like, you'll be able to get the materials you need. I tried Genshin very briefly, and then I tried Honkai Star Rail even more briefly, but no. Can't do it. This. Is that the famous blade? No, that's just a bastard sword. I'm gonna keep the Kaiser Knuckles. Slightly stronger per individual hit, but it only hits once. Freaking skull. I mean, you can still play Dragalia Lost. There are private servers that run it now. It's just that you have to accept that there's not gonna be any, like, new content. Yeah, Last Epoch, that's probably going to be most of my Thursday. Not sure if I'm going to stream it. Finish your Haselia. Oh, I just finished hers today as well. I feel like a lot of people probably finished their Haselia grinds today. Because the problem with, like, the new Last Epoch seasons is that a lot of it is more endgame focused, so I've already kind of streamed the beginning of the game a lot. But yeah, I'm done with Haselia. I don't need to touch her again until they inevitably add Uncaps, they add Transcendence, and then it's like, oh, you just need 10 Eternity Sands per step. It's easy. And I die a little inside because I don't have teams that can realistically farm Eternity Sands yet. Is Zenless Zone Zero? Is that a Hoyo game? They call it Zenless Zone Zero because I see it and go zzz because I'm asleep. I don't want to play it. Stop putting Skittles in my mouth? Never. Nom, 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 nom. The good news is that getting situated in Granblue, it's so much easier. In like the past few years, they added the Knick-Knack Academy. So functionally, you just kind of get almost a full M2 grid, I'm pretty sure. I'm tempted to pick up Granblue. I'm just warning you, it is quite the commitment. Like, you can absolutely just pick it up and play your little goobers, but if you want to get, like, really into it, it is a long game. It is a marathon game. Weirdly enough, that's kind of another reason that I like it, because it's not really something that you can... Like, you can wail in the game if you really want to, but, like, you're not gonna be... Like, you can't really fast-track yourself, if that makes sense. Granblue technically has been in English for, like... 8 or 9 years now. But it didn't get an official Steam release until just this March, I want to say. But the issue with the Steam release is that it doesn't have the collabs, because the the English version of Granblue that everybody's been playing up until now has functionally just been, like, you're playing the Japanese servers, it just has an option to change the game to English, that's it. Oh no, the translation's open to everybody. Anybody can play, like, Japanese Granblue. It just, you tick the language box that says Japanese, Nihongo into English, and that's it. You're functionally playing the English version. The big issue is that if you want to spend money, it's a little trickier, because you have to do it through Japanese payment processors, so I don't know how difficult that is. Now, I'm not sure if they have any kind of regional locking for, like... Tried playing it on your phone, it told you to go away. I don't know if there's any limited regions for Granblue, but there is a Steam release now if you really do want to play that. So I don't know if there are any, like, region-specific locks for Granblue. I feel like it probably... Unless you tried to do something like download... The thing with Granblue is, like, you don't really need... I think there used to be an app in the App Store that never took off. But, like, you don't need to. If you really want to get into Granblue, like, you could install Skyleap using, like, a APK, but... Otherwise, like, you just need Chrome, basically. But yeah, if it's telling you to go away, then you probably need to try the Steam release. Oh yeah, don't get off the Google Play Store. Don't get it off that. Literally just go to, like, use it in Chrome. Open it in Chrome and play through that. And then if you get really into it, you can figure out how to get Skyleap working, because that one gives you extra bonuses for playing. But yeah, it's not an app. It is not an app. It is literally a game that runs in your browser. It is a web page. A lot of people, I think, got confused by that. Oh, the famous blade known as Graham. Can actually do the ceiling check here, too. I can slide through, hell yeah. Hell yeah, gamers! Let's go! I thought it was 2014. Because they've had a release for, like, every character of the Zodiac now, and that's 12 years, so I think it was 2014. It's kind of a weird, like, in-between phase when, like, mobile games were still not super premium, but they still wanted to have, like, something that could run on, like, lower spec phones. I still love that the impetus for changing the raid finding system in the game was not anything in the game. Like, it wasn't a balance change. It was literally because Twitter shit itself and made everybody start charging for the API, so they just said, fuck it, we're gonna do our own raid finder. Because the way you used to find raids in Granblue was by, like, looking on Twitter, basically. Very silly system. Ooh, Gungner. But yeah, if there is an app for Granblue still available, it's probably heavily out of date in the Google Play Store now. Just use Chrome. I was kind of tempted to do one of those, like, start from scratch streams on the Steam version of Granblue, the one that I did a while back, where I basically just started from nothing and see how far I could get in a few hours, and I ended up getting over to Arcarum in like 3 hours, which was kind of wild. I think the broadsword should hit the ground here. Because I remember originally when I started playing, it took me actual years to get to Arcarum. And now you can literally get there in a few hours. Do I have all the books now? Oh no, I got a duplicate. What are you? Bewer, Golem... We have Bewer, we have Golem actually, we're pretty close. Ooh, Rune Ring. Love that. Because apparently, like, the Steam version, it shares the server with the Japanese version, but it shares data with the Japanese version. But, like, you cannot transfer your data over, so, like, apparently you can still just pull, you know, max-level Lucifers from other people to just cheese certain bosses, whatever, called... Actually, no, you can't call bubs. Oh no, I'm very aware of the gold bricks and sunstones. Don't you worry, I've been holding on to them like a good boy. The only time I've ever used them was to either recruit Eternals or, like, uncap Evokers, basically. I'm very aware. It's not my first... I've been playing Granblue on and off since, like, 2017 or 2018, I want to say. So I've got a good stock of freebies built up that I have not spent. Dang it! Ugh. Damage tanks when you get poisoned with the Kaiser Knuckles. I got French fish status if I spelled it incorrectly. It's 2 S's. Yeah, that's right, je parle français. Un petit peu. Yeah, I'm not quite to the point of getting, like, the origin classes. I need to work on getting those, but I also need to do a lot of back-end stuff and probably optimize my teams a little more. What do we got up here? Lilith. Apparently they're adding id from Relink into Granblue Versus as well. I think they're finally ready for Relink to start being canon, because apparently they're also, like, making other characters show up in the main game too. Because they added Versusia from Versus Rising. Original Versus was Bubs. Literally just got a better version of that. I don't want that stinky crap. It's crap. We'll go Floating Garden next. Like, I still need to do my rank 225 uncapped. The problem is I'm stuck on the part where I have to clear one of the primal quests with only the 5-star story SR character, and the problem is that it has to specifically be with a chain burst, which is a goddamn pain in the ass to set up. Because if you get the charge attack to kill, that means your chain burst doesn't go off. And, like, I have to intentionally hamstring the shit out of my grids, otherwise I just delete. I think I'm doing it against Tiamat with Rackham right now. kind of have to hamstring the shit out of my grids. The problem isn't going nearly naked. Like, I can manage the damage output so I don't one-shot. It's just the problem is you also have to manage the damage so the kill specifically happens on the chain burst. Or do you just have to get a chain burst, or the kill has to be on the chain burst? Because I'm pretty sure the kill has to be on the chain burst. That shit's annoying. Because I'm at 225 now, and I need to, you know, uncap so I can get more. It is irritating. You're not wrong. Yeah, the floating garden. Because the problem is, at the current stage of the game, I have to actively try to not one-shot, like, anything but Tiamat, any of the Tiamats except for, like, Impossible, basically, I can probably one-shot. Means you have to manage your damage output a lot. Randomize all the enemy and soul attacks so they don't match, and it's annoying. Why am I fighting you? So you want the book hunt to be a nightmare, is what you're saying? You want the book hunt to really suck. Probably shouldn't have spent that nightmare, actually. I need to fly up here. Wait, where am I going? I need to go up here. Skull! I also got trolled real hard by the Scratchers, because I got the old, oh shit, it's 2 Versusias, finally I'll get a Versusia. Nope, nope, you are getting a copper moon, or a bronze moon, whatever it's called. Yeah, there's a Gravekeeper. Probably start using Gungnir, actually. The old Gungnir. But I don't want to hit back to skip the Scratcher animation. I want to feel hope, if only for a moment. I already did plenty of the F5ing and back buttoning, doing the Hosselia grind. I don't need to do more of that. This is in PAL. Why do you keep saying PAL? This is in PAL World. Don't troll. I do want to get back to that, but I also just really wanted to play some rando today. I haven't played in forever. Maple Story. RuneScape. Astlieber Revision. 18 Great Holes starring Fred Couples. Final Fantasy 12, I need to see if... Because I think I did update the driver recently, so I need to see if that does work now. Marvel Heroes, I played that yesterday. Maple Story, I played that like 3 years ago. I wonder if I still have my name. I have Goku on Maple Story. I don't know if they clear out old names, not that anyone plays like Scanny anymore, but... I don't suppose you would have a little Black Panther in there for me. They don't? Beautiful. Skyfish. Like FF12 is a toe. Is that the, like, the Hoppin' Jumpin' Fairies game or whatever it's called? Oh, I'm aware usernames for the whole game. That's why I grabbed Goku as fast as I possibly could. Yeah, because I think I saw the 3 Fairies game, but that's more about, like, specifically just the Gambit building part. There, like, I think there's... I could be wrong. But I thought there's, like, the characters themselves are kind of fixed into roles and you don't really get to customize them too much. That's one of the things I like about FF12 is that, like, you have an incentive to explore and, like, go looking for stuff. I don't know if I could sell Goku on Maple Story for money. Does anybody really want to pay money for Goku on Maple Story? Does anybody give that much of a shit about Maple Story? In this day and age... Year of our Lord, 2026. Actually, I don't. It's not just Goku. I have Vegeta as well. I got both of them. But I feel like Vegeta probably is not as popular as Goku. Ooh, Ascalon. Ascalon is what we like to call big damage. No. Oh, I do have the slide. Yeah, I remember I've seen screenshots of it, and it's like, it does scratch that Gambit itch, I'm sure. Might keep an eye on it, see if it goes on sale at some point. Oh, I thought for sure that was gonna be Black Panther this deep in. Get out of the way, Valkyrie. Because what I understand, like, the Gambits are a lot more focused than in FF12, so it's like a lot more about individually programming stuff. Needles, needles, needles. Alright, I don't have... For some reason I thought I had Hippogriff. I don't have Hippogriff. Let me out. Let me out! I want to go back to the era of Maple Story where all the translations were, like, fucked up. So, like, you didn't have the Balrog, you had the Barlog. And you didn't have the Archer hats. There was a series of Archer hats that were renamed to, like, the Distinction series. Like, there was Red Distinction, Green Distinction, Brown Distinction, but originally they were called Crap. C-R-A-P-P-E. So there was always the joke about brown crap. Ha ha ha, brown crap, you're wearing brown crap on your head, you dummy! And I miss those days. I think the job trainers had different names too, but I don't remember what they are. Or what they were, I should say. Oh no, like, I could tell the second I saw the screenshots of the game, like, yeah, this is a game for Gambit people. Like, these translations, they were very brief, like, I think they lasted less than a year. Oh no, I have Crystal Project, I played a good amount of that. I want to finish that at some point, but... Actually, probably, I remember last time I played on my old computer, I was running into issues where the audio kept turning into crackling. Yeah, I played a couple of Saga games now. I played Saga Frontier, I have played Romancing, or Minstrel Song, I guess. I played Romancing Saga 2, both the first remake and the second remake. I haven't played, like, the OG Super Nintendo one. I have not checked to see if the audio is fixed, is the thing. I don't know if they updated a patch, but apparently it was, like, a known issue, but... I almost wonder if it's because I was using a voice meter, maybe. Oh, the remake, the RS2 remake is so good. I need to play more of that. But yeah, I would have to test and see on my new setup to see if it does actually still crackle. Because if it does, I suspect it might actually be... I'm using voice meter. But yeah, I played Romancing Saga, Minstrel Song, Romancing Saga 2, the first and second remakes. I tried the demo of Emerald Beyond. It didn't really grab me as much. And then I've played Hat World New Testament. I haven't finished it, but I have played it. Legend of Mana counts as a saga, right? I don't remember if I saved before fighting death. Hat World is so wild because, like, it's an RPG Maker game. Like, the absolute sorcery and wizardry to do what they did Actually, I can't remember RPG Maker or Wolf RPG Maker, one of the two. Because I think there's another one, like, called Wolf RPG or something. But, like, the absolute wizardry, the black magic they must have had to do to get it going is so bonkers to me. And that's the thing, it's also a really good game. Like, it's a Saga-like, but it's a lot lighter on the, like, time-limited stuff. It's a lot less likely that you're gonna miss out on something. Like, I could never dream of doing such a thing in RPG Maker. I say this like I'm good at it, I'm not. Yeah, I played Blurred Line one time, that makes me an expert in RPG Maker. Yeah, that's right, I played Yume Nikki. I'm basically a pro of RPG Maker now. I like how I'm dropping those and not like fucking Zaku Zaku Actors or Legend of Door. That's right, Undertale was made on RPG Maker. That's very right. You're correct. My friend Tiff is into a lot of these like little niche RPG Maker games. There's one really cool one, actually. It's called Demon King Chronicle. If you have been around her streams, you have almost certainly heard her tell you to play it. It's almost kind of like a pseudo-survival horror game in that, like, it implements a lot of the designs, like, kind of the game design you would see later in games like, and I unironically mean this, in games like Dark Souls. Because you have the like the health recovery item that keeps coming back whenever you get to a save point, basically. But it also predated Dark Souls 3 in that you also can choose whether you want it to refill your health or your magic, basically. It also has like a really neat combat system where it's based on the position of enemies when they actually engage into a battle with you, and when you start engaging into a battle, it can like, you can get attacked by multiple enemies at the same time. So, like, you can go fight a rat, and then 3 rats appear behind you, and then you're fucking dead because your AoE moves don't cover the entire screen. They only cover a cone of where they are on the screen. Where am I going now? I probably need to go underwater, I think. I think it's underwater time. Apparently, there's a term like Nephashell. Like, a lot of games are kind of like Nephashell-likes, where it was like very limited resources, kind of like very dangerous exploration, survival horror almost games made in RPG Maker. I've never actually played Nephashell, but apparently, like, it is very intentionally designed, so, like, you are not really meant to get into every fight. Yeah, Katatema did Irisu Syndrome, and they do kind of similar stuff in that game, where, like, it physically writes files to your hard disk. I'm going this way. I don't need to go this way. And again, it's an RPG Maker game, and it's completely free. The fact that they're putting this shit out for free is so wild. Like, please, I am begging you, instead of, you know, buying Arc Raiders and complaining, oh, I like the game, but it has AI, just don't buy it. Go play a little indie game. Go play a weird game that you've never touched before. Will it suck? Maybe. Will it be your new favorite game? Also maybe. Go off the beaten path, please. Oh, we're sorry, we didn't mean to leave this AI-generated texture in our game. Oh, we must have overlooked that. No, you didn't. God, I'm so frustrated, because, like, originally I thought, like, yeah, okay, I don't have a huge problem if it's just for placeholder stuff, but the fact that it keeps happening means that it is clearly not just being used for placeholder stuff. It's only being used for placeholder stuff if they happen to get caught. So I have completely flip-flopped, like, I just don't want AI touching the process anymore. It was a more naive me back at the time when I thought, like, oh yeah, maybe this could be good. Italian Andy took me over. Italian Andy. The Joker. Yep. Like, Pearl Abyss does not give a shit. They want your money, that's what they care about. The worst part is, like, they tried vehemently to be like, oh no, this isn't AI. That's not an AI texture, what are you talking about? No, that was made by artists. We're not going to show you how it was made, we're not going to show you any WIPs, but... Like, I just cannot trust anymore. There's zero trust. It's broken. It's gone. Like, if you want to play trash that was at least made by a human. Like, there's also been a couple screenshots circulating of, like, oh, we're a small little indie team, you have to understand, we need to use it. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You just don't want to spend money. You just don't want to put in the work or time to do it. That's what you're telling me. You're like, oh, we're a little indie team. That just means you can't do it. You can't hack it, so you want somebody to do it for you for free. Yeah, I'm so tired of it trying to be legitimized. Like, it's not. It's not going to look good. It's not going to be good. 5 streaks, you're fucking balling! You're balling out of control! And yeah, it's always very carefully, like, very, very short cuts, because the longer the shot is, the longer it's going to hallucinate. The more likely it's going to just hallucinate and turn into something else. Yeah, machine translation, that's the other thing, like, we finally got, oh shit, new Sega Gaga English translation, it's finally out! And it's done with machine translation, great, fantastic. Oh, but at least we got something, no, at least, not at least you got something out. Because now it's way less likely that other people are actually going to try to do a proper translation, because there's already a translation. Is it accurate? Fuck if I know, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to trust the machine. But we released the tools, so anybody can make a translation. Why don't you just release the tools then? Why don't you just say, look, we don't know how to translate this, but we have tools for extracting all the text. Oh yeah, there's no fucking way that was edited by humans. Maybe some lines were, maybe some of it was looked over. And that's the other problem, yeah, you bring up a good point where you now have to very carefully evaluate stuff to determine whether or not it is AI, because you don't just yell, oh, this is AI because it looks like it might be AI. Because then that's how you ruin people's livelihoods. Like, I don't want it to turn into a fucking witch hunt, I just want it to be disclosed up front. I want it to be, like, against the terms of service for, like, Steam and other websites where if you don't disclose that you're using AI and try to pass off your AI stuff as not AI, I don't want your shit on a platform. Because that's the problem, they're trying to be super sneaky and crafty about it, and they don't basically say it's there until they get caught. Yeah, Adobe. Yeah, okay, I believe it. I trust Adobe. Yeah, Art Detective is, like, one of the worst trends I've seen from this. Like, it's the complete opposite direction of, like, no, this is not what you should be doing with AI. You should not be trying to scrutinize every single piece of art. And calling people out because you think, that's vibes coding. That's vibe coding. You are vibe coding. You're hallucinating. Like, there was a trend where people were like, oh, I plugged this into an AI detector tool and it said it was AI. Like, an AI detector tool cannot tell that. There's no foolproof way. outside of, like, properly evaluating it and, you know, actually looking at it with knowledge of how art works and how the principles of design work. But not just, oh, it looks AI. Honestly, the AI detectors may have also just been using AI. I flip a coin. Oh, that's AI. Oh, it's not AI today. I mean, localization changing script stuff, that's not exactly exclusive. That's not a recent thing. People have had that that idea of the original translation has to be completely untouched. You cannot touch it. Plug in a person's Instagram account, calculates how many people they slept with, and it's just a random number generator. That's funny, though. Well, I'm sure some people use it for awful things, so maybe not. Allow me to consult the orb. We invented this already. It's called Magic 8 Ball. Don't do it. No, not even Rocco's Modern Life. The concept of, like, computers kind of taking over, that's not exactly a new concept. Or people just, like, relying on computer for everything. That's not new at all. We've known about this for years. We have known that maybe we should not, in fact, entrust all of our decision-making and all of our, you know, humanity to computer. Computer! Give me 10,000 pictures of anime boobs! Huge ones! And also I need this computer that prints out pictures of huge boobs to also, make decisions for me. Computer, you don't understand. They need to be trending on ArtStation. Who are you? Do I have Undyne? I do not. It's weird to not have Undyne at this point. Yeah, still don't have the first book. Gotta go looking. Let me hit, before I forget, because I always forget to do this, I'm gonna hit the teleport. Oh, bro, it's gonna revolutionize the world. Anybody can be an artist. Anybody could already be an artist! That's the thing. Creation is in itself. The process is art. Is that a human is looking at it. A human is putting in their effort, their judgment, their experiences, their soul into making things. That's the entire purpose of it. You were trying to speedrun the process of creation. You're trying to speedrun art. You can't speedrun art. That makes it not art. Yeah, but you also can't spell Aria without the RAAA, the Records Industry of America, that sued a lot of people. Hey computer, can you tell me that you're alive, please? Hello, you asked me to say that you're alive, that I'm alive. I'm alive. Oh my god, it's alive. Oh my god, we invented life. This is gonna change everything. Fucking pick up a pencil. Go draw something. Go draw a dog. Go draw a dog. Go draw a bird. Go draw a boob. Get a hairdo. Unironically touch grass. Black belt. Oh, that's right, I can do kicks now. I need a machine to tell me that it's alive, but also it needs to consume more power than a small town to do so. And I also need to create a RAM and hardware shortage because the computers that tell us that they're alive need all these resources to tell us that they're alive. Sorry, country. I forgot. It's been expanding, unfortunately. I think I just used the Gungnir for this fight, honestly. Red Minotaur is too expensive. Oh, right, I don't have... Oh, no, I do have Dash. Oh, is there a new task? Hell yeah. How many Ulays in this one? How many Ulays have we trimmed out of the run? Oh, game ending glitch, so they just found a way to just warp to credits. Hell yeah. One off with a funny number. That's right, baby. 6-7. Look, man, we got like maybe 3 more months until all the children are sick of 6-7. We gotta milk that cash cow while it's still producing. I make $10,000 every time I say 6-7 on stream. I say we come up with a new funny number. I say we retire 69. I'm accepting candidates. Four, 5. I know, it's a little close to 42, the funny Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy's number. Nah, don't kill off funny number stuff. Everybody needs a funny number. Might I recommend the hot new funny number from the hit game Undertale 2, 38? Well, Japan funny numbers, they use wordplay. That's cheating. Ooh, I love a gladiator soul. Yeah, they call it pi because you see it and you turn 3.141592653578953 in degrees, and this joke is never going to end. The thing with Japanese, like, the number bits is that they have meanings and stuff. It's like, it's wordplay, like, based on actual words, whereas these are just like, you have to know specifically what the number means. Like, 6-7 is not a reference to a specific word or phrase, it is just, the kid said 6-7. Well, technically it came from the song, and then the one video of the kid going nuts when he said 6-7. I feel like most people don't even know it's from a song anymore. I feel like it's kind of bypassed that. I knew I was doing pretty okay with Japanese when I saw the phone number for a dentist was, what was it, 4618? And best possible phone number you could have gotten for a dentist in Japan. Like, they knew what they were doing. It was a fun research exercise if you want to learn about Japanese number play. See if you can figure out what the good 4-digit number for a dentist would be. It's just a number that became popular. It's literally just... It's kind of almost like the new generation's equivalent of "What's up?" from the fucking Budweiser commercials. Like, they just said "What's up?" to each other a bunch. They said it in a funny way. Did I get Undyne? I did. Because we need the last book. But the odds of it being in Forbidden Zone are pretty low, and I can always go back and teleport later. Teleport, Mario! Oh, you can't be mad at me for referencing What's Up. If I'm talking about 6-7, I'm legally required to talk about What's Up. Explain the significance. Oh, it's... there's a beer commercial and they say "What's up?" in a funny way, and that's basically it. I get, if I don't specify that I have to legally say it, I get in a lot of trouble with the 6-7 estate. No, what's up? What's up? Big difference. It's more of an A than a U, really. What's up? Ah, the ninja suit. I should probably have a meat. Pretty good chance I'll die in this hallway if I don't have a meat. I want to eat that Lotkey, though. Yeah, sorry, dog. Time keeps going. Unironically, like the Abraham Simpson bit from The Simpsons continues to be evergreen. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. And it's gonna happen to you, too. Okay, alright, enough Shoryus, please. Enough of the shurikens. Yeah, it's like 42. It's a reference to a thing that has no meaning if you don't have any context for what the thing is. Ooh. Don't do it. Get to that save point. The important thing is that you let new things happen. You don't just immediately become one of those curmudgeonly people who's like, "Oh, I hate it because it's new. It's so stupid. When I was a kid, things were better." No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Oh, Italian brain rot's so stupid. What are kids listening to nowadays? And then if I say badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, I will activate every millennial in a crowd. They will immediately, like, activate their kill switch and go rogue. It's okay to find it silly, but it's not fair to just be like, "Oh, kids are stupid." So if you're saying that, it just might be happening to you. You might not be with it anymore. I mean, chain restaurants still exist. Ugh. The creakier skull got me. Stinky hand. Granted, I haven't really been to chain restaurants that much in a while. When I was a kid, we had YouTube poop. sus meant something different. We had Eastside Mario and Jack Astor's. I think the only reason that I like Jack Astor's is because you could draw on the table. Oh, this is kind of a mess. This is a goddamn mess and a half. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't just say 2 for it like that. That's too close to home. Whoa now. 2 for it's a bad thing. I'm not gonna pick that up. Yeah, I'm getting lubricated here. We're still on top floor. I can just dip back in and get a quick little refill. I don't want to spend resources. Barbie Barn sounds fake. I've never heard of Barbie Barn. Eastside Mar- I don't think I've ever been. I saw, like, all the commercials. I've seen it a couple times, but I did not go. The main thing I remember is because there's a commercial where they honk a horn, and you hear this Italian guy go, "Hey!" when he honks the horn. And that's basically my great experience with Eastside Mario's. Eastside Mario's. Maji! Hunter! Man, actually, that is a transformation. Oh, right. The belt's going backwards there. Maji! Eastside Mario would serve you mediocre Italian food. We still get to do the skip here, but we gotta go the slow way through all the Beam Boys. As if I was one of the Beam Boys. He's banned in the chat if people use points on it. But yeah, right now you cannot currently mention Eastside Mario. My parents are both Italian and they say Mario, which is very funny to me. Yeah, specifically Eastside Mario's is permanently banned. Eastside Mario's will never be lifted, and I'm always gonna say Eastside Mario's. I think that's how they said in the commercials, right? Eastside Mario's... Eastside Mario? Fuck, now I need to look up a commercial, but my timer's going. Can't even say Mr. Lemieux. I'm telling you, that redeem is so good. Very jolly man.
When you fart so hard, your balls explode!
That redeem is also very good. Oh, you wanted a time with the bat exploding? Can you fart so hard your bats explode? I need to dig through my collection of Mancers and get some more going. I might do like a random Mancer redeem or something. Ah, all that for a stinky little map. Problem is, again, I mentioned this a while back, but a lot of the Mancers are not actually, like, Mancers. They're just hypothetical Mancers, which are not as interesting as, you know, can you fart so hard your balls explode? Can you balls hard your fart? Yes, I can. That's absolutely possible. Dang it. I kind of wonder if like modern kids would find shit like Napoleon Dynamite funny. Remember when Napoleon Dynamite came out and everybody just said vote for Pedro for like a full year straight? Just thinking about like generational gaps, like... That was a weird touchstone. Let's go do Forbidden Zone before I go top floor. Kids react to aging. I think it's pretty funny. Honestly, I think Napoleon Dynamite is aged pretty well. Mostly because it's just, like, weird. It doesn't use a lot of referential stuff. Like, it's in a weird kind of pseudo 80s, 90s, 2000s time period. But I think it's funny if only for the bits where... I think it's Kip showing off how strong the bowls are, and then he tries to drive over it to show how strong it is, and then it just fucking explodes, and he goes, "Dang it!" And he just drives away, and that's it. That's the sales pitch. That's a good bit. I don't want to wait, but I don't want to use a friggin' mana prism. I'll just eat these. Minecraft Movie felt a lot more like Emoji Movie adjacent in that a lot of the humor was just, this is thing from Minecraft! Lava chicken. Flint and steel. Do I feel like the bits don't land as well if you're not familiar with Minecraft? Chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. I'm pretty sure he thought the bowl was not going to explode, but it exploded. And that's why it's funny. Oh, that's such a good bit. Yeah, I feel like Minecraft is a lot more like you kind of need to know the source material, whereas Napoleon Dynamite is just... It's just weird. It is just weird on its own. You do not need to know, like... You know, you don't have to live in small town Iowa or whatever the movie takes place. Because, yeah, apparently, like, it's, like, the same director, but... Minecraft is a lot more referential.
Holy crap, Lois, it's like that time I watched a freaking Minecraft movie.
I don't have a follow-up for this. I just heard referential humor and I immediately course-corrected to Peter voice. Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. Chicken. That was more of a horse, Jesus Christ. Chicken jockey. Hey, Lois. Chicken jockey. Egg beater. Can I borrow your egg beater? Can I borrow your egg beater? Can I borrow your egg beater? There's the frickin' book. Of course it was down here. Skull Millione. Buer and Golem. Do we have Skull Million? We do not. I don't know if it's a real, like, audio bit, but the bit of Peter Griffin where he goes like, "Holy fuck!" Is that real? Is that AI? I don't know anymore. I don't think I've ever found a conclusive answer as to whether or not that specific line is real or not. I'm not saying the second part. I'm not doing that on my stream. That's for the OnlyFans. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. We're officially at the point of this run where it's gone on so long that I'm going to the Family Guy bits. There's exactly one good use of AI, and it's causing the Chris voice to explode. I don't think I've heard the lowest death scream. I was gonna say, that's not Lori Allen, no, that's, Lori Allen was the news anchor. What's her name? Diane. Because, like, she's also the boss at Metal Gear in MGS3. So it's very funny just seeing her do, like, a voice on Family Guy and then also be the legendary super soldier, the mother of the Special Forces. Yeah, Alex Borstein is Lois. But it is basically just her doing her boss voice. Like, I don't think she's really putting on much of a voice at all for that, honestly. Oh, I got appled. Alright, we're gonna still have to go top floor, but I want to stop by Hammer, buy some treats. We also apparently finally found out that, apparently the voice actress who did Ariel in The Little Mermaid, for the longest time the voice for Eva in MGS3 was uncredited. Or, like, she was under a pseudonym, and nobody could figure out who she was, and then she finally came out, like, for the 20th anniversary, I think she finally was like, yeah, no, it was me. I didn't want people associating Ariel with the, you know, the femme fatale, so she just went under a pseudonym. Was it for Delta? Fairly recent that we learned about it. Alright. Let's sell our gold ring. Sell most of these. These are stinky. I'm not going to sell the famous blade known as Graham. Durandal can go. Ascalon will stakes. I might still need that. Gungnir could also be good. Kaiser Knuckles kind of falling off now. Handgun is stinky. Ooh, Levitain. Bull Rock suit. I think we buy Levitain. Buy some meat. Okay. Buy some grips. And I'll buy a bunch of mind ups so I can transform, kill Chaos. I haven't really, like, I played a tiny bit of the first Grandia. I like the battle theme. I really enjoy the battle theme from Grandia. Grandia. I very briefly played it when it was on GameTap. You know, the original Steam. Actually, no, it's more like the original, kind of Netflix for games, almost. Grandia. Right, my Grandia. Actually, I'm gonna switch to Levitain, because it is easier to jump cancel. And it is a huge fucking hitbox. It's fucking huge! No Blanther, though. Speaking of good callouts, I gotta get back to Star Ocean as well. Good battle callouts. I will turn you into a beehive! What does that even mean? What was she cooking? I think that was Celine, right? Was that Celine or Opera? Might have been Opera, actually. Oh wait, I don't want to go up here. I don't want to go up here! feel like I've seen Resonance of Fate come up in discussion now, like, 3 or 4 times in the past week. Maybe it's time to finally play Resonance of Fate. We're gonna have more holes in a beehive. Ooh, blue. Oh, blue. My name is Blue. What is your blue? Bees? Beads. Realistically, I shouldn't be playing, you know, an RPG sight unseen, adding another thing to the backlog. The infinite backlog. Problem with clearing out backlogs, a lot of the games just aren't super interesting to watch. Like, that could be an interesting stream project, but a lot of the backlog games are very long ones. And unfortunately, it's the kind of thing where if you're not really into it, it can be kind of rough. I still need... What do I need? Skull Millione. I don't have Millione skulls. Should hopefully be up here. Mylands. I don't want fighting you. So I'd say thank God I didn't get command grabbed. Apparently Guilty Gear is just straight up removing Wild Assault. I heard Ty pogging out about it on Discord a few days ago. And at first I thought he was talking about the furry third-person shooter game, which was discovered to use AI, and they kept trying to be like, oh, no, it's not AI, what are you talking about? We don't use AI. And it absolutely was AI. Because one of the characters just arbitrarily had a third hand, which they do not have a third hand normally. Why am I flying, actually? I can just zoop up. Yeah, but apparently they are just completely removing Wild Assault from Strive. And many people are happy. I didn't really play during the Wild Assault era, so I couldn't tell you, but it probably was pretty rough if he was that bummed out about it. I think I stopped playing shortly before they introduced Wild Assault, so I kind of just dodged that entire bullet. Like I'm fighting against Happy Chaos, just dodging bullets. That's... Huh. I don't have a Skull Millione. What does it drop from? It would be worth grinding, I wonder. From Bales. Wild Assault is a mechanic in Strive, in Guilty Gear Strive, which was supposed to kind of like shake up the gameplay and give characters more options, but functionally it kind of just made the game really annoying because everybody now had access to really, really painful pressure strings. And they kept trying to adjust it, but it functionally just kind of turned into near infinite pressure for, like, almost any character, and some characters got a lot better than others, so... Eventually they just decided, fuck it, we're removing it. We're taking it out. So, where would I get... Skull Millione? Oh, you know what? It could be in the Galamoth room. Better be in the Galamoth room, otherwise I'm in trouble. But yeah, apparently they're removing it, so... Could be a fun time to get back into Strive. Haven't played in a minute. Pick up my boy Kai. What if he's still considered good? Like, I remember he was really solid. He was really good, like, before they introduced Wild Assault, and then I think he got better, but a lot of characters kind of became better when that got added in. The Shoto that plays like a grappler. Apparently they did not dumpster, but they brought in the old RC Stun Dipper a little bit because it was just too goddamn good. What if you just had a low that was functionally unreactable unless you're already blocking? It was very rewarding if you landed it because you could just convert it into a full combo with RC. There we go, I was gonna say, that's gotta be it. I stuck with Kai during the shitty days, though, back when Dragon Install was a meme. Much like many Dragon installs in the series prior, you use it to waste your meter, and that was kind of it. But now it's actually good. Like, at the very least, it wasn't actively detrimental if you were to use, like, Dragon Install or, God forbid, Dragon Install Second. Whatever it was called in Plus R. Dragon Install, which was already bad, and then Dragon Install, but worse. Had some interesting ideas in Plus R. Not good ones, but interesting. Plus R was fantastic, but some moves were a little better than others. Although I played Justice, so I was that fucker who locked you in with nukes. It was really painful if you were playing Justice against a character who would actually deal with their bullshit, because oh boy, if you couldn't get your nuke set up, Justice was really, really rough. Like, don't get me wrong, she's got bonkers range on a lot of her abilities, and Michael's sword is fucking a war crime, but oh yeah, didn't they announce RoboKai and Jam as well? Robot Kyle. I'm kind of surprised it took this long for Jam to come back. Thought for sure Jam would be like one of the front runners for coming back real early, if not in the base roster. Kind of curious how RoboKai is going to play. Alright, I'm gonna use these souls for it. I'm still using Skulla, ew. Very blue room. Very blue top floor. Actually, I should be using my transformation soul. I should be using Devil on this guy. Dosh to these nuts. Alright, meatball phase, gotta switch. So I think it was Buer and I think it was Golem. Let me double check. Buer and Golem, it is Golem. Actually pretty rare to get a useful soul for the 3 pickup. Usually it's like you get Winged Skeleton, for some weird shit that doesn't really help you too much. Use mind up. Graham is a fine weapon, but it falls off by the time you're actually fighting Graham. Oh, final sword. Yeah, we could use the final sword. That is a wonderful weapon to use against Julius. It is actually a really good sword. Like, it's a little awkward to use, but it does a bazillion damage and also multi-hits. Plus, you know, it's a big fucking sword. You just gotta be able to backdash cancel. I really wish I had Black Panther, man. You're showing up in Chaos Dimension, aren't you? God, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get 2 seeds done in a reasonable amount of time today. I want to do a second seed, but it's already been almost 2 hours. Jeez. It's one thing I don't like about this randomizer. It tends to put Black Panther real far behind in default settings, the default logic. I don't want to fuck around with the area randomizer. Nice, 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 nice. Apparently I missed the beta test for... Going back to Grand Blue, I apparently missed the beta test for Endless Ragnarok, but apparently it was also only just like 3 missions, so I'm not too bummed about missing it. There will be plenty of time in July. I think that's when it comes out. Because I greatly enjoyed that game, and I've been begging for an expansion or sequel for the longest time, and now they kind of gave me it, so... I'm so glad they made it. Like, it would have been such a bummer if that, like, they kind of just left it off with how long they spent developing the game and just leaving it there. Say it. Say the thing. Say the thing. Say the thing. You didn't do it. Yeah! Oh, you got quite the hitbox there, man. Should probably get Devil. Actually, I'll save Devil for phase 2. Actually. Hehe. Spend a little bit of MP because it's going to regenerate during the fight anyways. Really wish I had Black Panther for this though. He said the famous line "Ule" and the less famous line when he takes damage, he does a different grunt. Should be item crashing soon. There we go. There you go, some bonuses because you've been good. Been a few months without Nule. So-called free thinkers when Julius does a jump kick. Could really do without all the Akuma teleports though. It's a little much. Yeah, I'll keep giant bat, actually. Green. You are so green. Just taking a sip of water, because, let's be honest, we're not setting a time record here. Completely back. I swear, if it's in the chaos dimension, I'm gonna ule. I'm gonna lubricant all over the place. It's so weird getting Valmon way. But I don't really need it. It's actually not terrible for Chaos, but it really wants high base stats. Otherwise, I think Final Sword is better. It also multi-hits. Multi-hits and has a really high base attack damage, which means I can also use it against the core. Oolay, behave. I don't know why I made my go live message in Discord very Austin Powers coded today. I'm sorry about that. I entered a Fey mood and was like, he must speak in Austin Powers quotes. Something very funny about Austin Powers, just like... Calling for a chaos check-in. I'm gonna need 6 other Somas to, post, not retweet this, this giant bat. Let's go, gentlemen. Oh, hey, Excalibur's here, too. All the weird hard mode swords are here. I'll pick up Excalibur for the meme. You've never seen Excalibur in this game, it's great, because you're not King Arthur. So technically you don't swing the sword, you swing the rock and the sword. There's no rule about taking out the rock. It's just the sword. It's a very good bit, I like it. Oh, behave. Are you Black Panther? Not even, wow. There's a ROM hack that I played of this game called Aria of Sorrow. What was it called? It wasn't Reprise. Reprise is the game that it's the mod that turns it into a roguelike. I don't remember the name. Anyways, it I wasn't a huge fan of the hack. It mostly made things like it just added a bunch of enemies into rooms and made them bigger arbitrarily, it felt like. But I did like the one, you got the true Excalibur, which was the Excalibur, but it was out of the stone now. It was also by far the best weapon in the game, but it was the reward for doing the, like, you know, super tough arena fights, so at that point you didn't really need it anymore. I always found the logic, like, I've only ever watched Fate Zero, but I always loved the logic of, like, oh no, you can't reveal your name, you can't reveal anything about yourself, otherwise people will know. People will use your knowledge to find weaknesses, and then, I was about to say, Artoria, it's clearly Altria, and then Altria just starts screaming, Excalibur! Excalibur! It's the holy sword, Excalibur of legend! Nobody's gonna figure out who you are. Because the whole gimmick behind Fate is that you are summoning servants based off of people from history to fight for you, and the whole gimmick is that you want to try to keep your name secret, because otherwise, you know, people will figure it out and use pre-existing knowledge to fight you. And, you know, there are a lot of King Arthurs in history. Well, mostly just Fate, but... Can I not double hit on the bottom eyes? There we go. Like, really awkward hitbox, though. So, she keeps her sword hidden, it's, like, invisible. But then, when she uses her special move, she screams Excalibur at the top of her lungs. And also the giant fucking pillar of light. Everybody is aware. I think the knowledge of true names thing, I think they're just bad. I think skill issue. Oh, it's not actually gone yet. I'm gonna say I'm gonna spend all my MP, because we have mind-ups. We have many mind-ups. There we go. 148. That was a rough seed. Not really rough, just long. The problem with Fate in general is, like, it could be... You could literally tell somebody, I'm King Arthur. And there's, like, how many variants of King Arthur now in Grand Order? How many Altrias? How many Artoria altars are there at this point? Oh yeah, can you name 10 women? King Arthur. You know what, that's on me. Look, the eclipse has ended. I hate that we're inching closer and closer to the actual year this game takes place. Will Twitch still even exist? Will there be a streaming platform? Will people give a shit? Oh, shout out to Curry the Kid. Rest in power. Curry the Kid, unfortunately did pass away. You've probably seen his name a whole bunch on these streams. Alright, let's try doing another seed, because I have another seed lined up here. So that was 342, or 3242, so this is 7031, so we got another seed here. No, I'm not using retro achievements. That would be wrong-hearted. I can't claim... Actually, I think I did play a game one time where the randomizer also triggered the achievements. I think it kept all the stuff still in the same spots on RAM, so... I want to say it was Mario RPG. I'm gonna call this file Nort, because I've also been playing some Kingdom Hearts 2 off-stream. To go for the retro achievements. I've been playing... I figure I'm just going to go for the critical run. Not the level 1, that's a different set, but... Ukobak. It's not the level 1 critical set, but it is the critical mode run, so I figure I'll just try and go for them all in one run, see how I do. Problem with Kingdom Hearts 2 is that it is a game that's very difficult at the beginning because you don't have your moveset. So, like, you can't do a lot of the stuff like dodge rolling, you don't get that until a ways into the game. Guarding takes a little bit as well. But it also is kind of nice because it means I actually have to kind of, you know, pay attention during the boss fights rather than just press triangle and you win. And you heal when the game goes boop, boop, boop. The achievement set also has a lot of restrictions on some of the boss fights, which are mostly fine, from what I found so far. The only problem is some of them have a bit of a run-up to them. Where, because I'm playing on hardcore mode, you can't use save states, so you'll have to do like a run-up back to the boss again. Now, if you were Black Panther, I'm just saying, that would be really nice. Or, you know, if a Cleave Salish wants to drop in the first room, that'd be cool too. Apparently also the Wii Retro achievements have dropped, so a lot of people are probably getting in on those. Oh right, I don't have double jump anymore. What was up here again? Oh, just coin. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. God, you gotta be really close for Ukobach to pop when you're going point blank. Creaking Skull. Thankfully it's a good amount of damage, but a little awkward to use. But like, looking over the achievements list for Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm doing the Final Mix version, not the original, because I never actually played Final Mix. I don't think I've played any of like the Final Mix Kingdom Hearts games. Because I didn't buy any of the re-releases, like the collections that had them in English. So I just had a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on PlayStation 2, that's kind of it. And Kingdom Hearts 3, which I streamed a while back, that was just the base version, it wasn't with like the Remind DLC or whatever. Actually, I skipped something. Yeah, I'm one of the weirdos who like the gummy ship stuff in 2. I know a lot of people didn't really care for the gummy ship stuff in Kingdom Hearts. I enjoyed it. Ah. Honestly, looking at the time it takes to get back here, it's probably only slightly faster if you don't have Black Panther to go back through here rather than using the sleep mode trick. I know what I say this is a platonic ideal of Star Fox. It's still... It feels a lot less purposefully designed. It feels a lot more like, okay, you know, here's this bit which you're not necessarily going to be able to do your first time, but if you come back with a fully built ship, you know, you're going to be able to actually do it. Which is fine, but Star Fox is a lot more like, here are your tools for this stage, do the best you can. Like, I remember the ghost ship stage in Kingdom Hearts 2, like, I remember it's probably possible to destroy the ghost ship the first time, but it's probably very difficult. Wow, great. Another knife I can dual wield. Potion. Oh, please don't make me do a knife run. I will cry. I enjoyed the gummy ship stuff in 3, but I think 2 was probably my favorite. Too far, yeah. There's a sweet spot you gotta get for jumping over there, otherwise... You can also damage boots, it's a lot trickier though. Below her. Oh, I have not touched a lot of the spin-off games. I think I played, like... I played some Chain of Memories, the GBA version. I played... 369 over 2 days, or whatever it is. I think I started playing Birth by Sleep, but I didn't do very much else, and like, I only played that for like an hour. Oh yeah, I remember enjoying Recoded, the DS version. That one was a lot less plot heavy, which is kind of like very arcadey. Like, here's some fucking cubes, here's some Data Heartless, go beat them up with Data Sora. To get the bugs out of Riku. Mickey! It's Riku! They put bugs in him! They did, in fact, put bugs in Riku.
What? Hey, fellas, did someone mention the door to darkness?
I'm not even gonna try to do the Donald Duck finding ingredients line. I can't. I refuse. And everybody knows Goofy's famous line, "Boil! Boil!" Hey Goofy, how'd you cook these potatoes? Boil! Toss up between boil and somebody come quick is my favorite Goofy lines. I do remember that part of Cage 2 where Goofy fucking died.
I'll pay for this. Sora, I'm gonna fucking wild out. I'm gonna fucking lose it, Sora.
Ooh, flame armor would be nice. If I had a giant bat to get it with. Except he wasn't actually dead because it's Goofy. Rocks fall on his head, like, on a daily basis. Mickey, of all people, should have known this. The non-binary friend tells the waiter they'll pay for the table. Mudman. Yeah, Goofy's job is literally to take hits. A boulder is not gonna kill him. I do like in Kingdom Hearts 3 where Donald casts level eye flare or whatever it is. The flare that fucking kills him. Zeta Flare, sorry, I thought it was level I Flare. God, the entire ending sequence, I don't want to talk too much about it, because I'm sure some people would like to play it at some point, but... God, that was like... It's one of those things where it is such a mess if you have not played, like, most of the companion bits. Or if you're not aware of the lore. Because Kingdom Hearts is a series where every game is canon. Including the mobile games, which makes one part very fucking confusing. Like, sure, you're here, I guess. Flash Golem. Like fresh Golem. Whip Sword. Whip Sword and Milk. It's technically better than the knife. I hate to admit it. We could backdash cancel at least with a Whip Sword. Whip Sword's not very good in this game. This is not a whip game. Skeleton Knight. Have they announced, like, anything about Kingdom Hearts 4? Like, about the release date, or just, it's coming? So I think last I heard, I think they have shown off, like, a little bit of footage of Cage 4, but... You know... They showed off Kingdom Hearts 3, I think, like 4 years before it was actually done, so who knows? Maybe longer, actually. I still love that this is apparently, like, the second chapter in the saga now. Like, after 20 plus years, we're finally in Arc 2. Belore's too expensive. Could I do Were-Tiger? I could. I could do Descending Shoryu. I just hope when they do, you know, the actual game, I hope there's more Final Fantasy stuff in it, because that was such a bummer about 3. There was, like, no Final Fantasy shit in there. Oh god, do I have to use Were-Tiger to hit this? I can't even hit it with that. That's so strange. Actually, maybe Mudman could work. I'm gonna grind a little bit of MP though, because I don't think I have enough to pop it here. Like, it genuinely does kind of feel like they just want to move on to their own story, not use Disney stuff, but... I needed one more hit. Come on. Well, I guess we're parking here for a moment, because I don't want to come back here later. Like, 3 felt very much like, we have to do the contract-mandated Disney Worlds. Okay, we're gonna do our plot now. We're gonna do our plot now, and Mickey Mouse is also here. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is it's a series where I don't hate it. I think it's a pretty fun series, but it also suffers very greatly from you need to either read a lore summary or play like every game on every platform, otherwise somebody will show up in Kingdom Hearts 3 and they'll be like, who the fuck is that? Why is this important? Because the problem with basing stuff for your story on a mobile game is that mobile games usually end at some point. Like, I know they have the standalone story thing now, but that's literally like, it's just a story summary, basically, just read on Wikipedia. Like, there's no actual gameplay in it anymore, because they stripped all that out. Yeah. Another gold ring. Better than Lucky Charm, technically. I'm just wondering when Sora's finally gonna talk to his mom again. Because they never addressed that. The very first game, you get to hear Sora's mom one time, and then she's gone for the rest of the series. We will not be addressing this any further. Flame Demon's good. Like, I'm half expecting to be a plot point in 4, like, hey, have you ever noticed how you didn't think about your mother at all? Like, your family, you just completely forgot about them? Isn't that weird? Anyways. Or Sora's dad is gonna be, like, a new Nort. It's gonna be Zora with an X, but, like, he's not a nobody. Look, if they don't die on screen, if I don't see them physically die, and even then, that's very loose. I'm just saying, people come back from a lot of things in Kingdom Hearts. Like, I'm pretty sure people have come back from the concept of non-existence, even. So I feel like death is probably a very, very light formality to deal with. Ah, the Katal. Honestly, I'm going to use that, actually. Better than the whip sword, and it hits twice. It cuts all. Ow. Disc armor's okay, but we got Flame Demon. I'm just wondering what kind of goofy-ass concept they're going to use for the enemies. And don't say it's goofy because I said goofy. Kingdom Hearts 4, it's fucking zombies. It's just zombies. Go kill zombies. We got nothing. I will say that the Toy Story World fake-out in Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably, like, my favorite bit from this series, just because it completely fucking caught me off guard. And Kingdom Hearts is a series where a lot of times I was like, what the fuck is going on? But that was a bit where it's like, what the fuck is going on? God, the Toy Story World was so good in 3. Woody gets to drop the most cold fucking line in the series. Yeah, Yeetus Vanitas was also very good. Did I get grapes here last time, too? I should try and finish Birth by Sleep at one point, because apparently it's quite good. Dream drop distance, I don't know that much. Apparently it's a lot more divisive. I wonder if it emulates decently. Actually, is it a game where you need the stylus for? Because I don't really want to fuck with stylus games. I don't know if... Can you play Dream Drop Distance on TV? Is it in, like, the... God, what's it called? The... Some very flowery Latin-sounding... Masterpiece Maximum or something. Theme version is fine. Like, I kind of want to pick that up, because it'd also be nice to set up the randomizers for all those games and not have to deal with the emulators. So I did want to try the Kingdom Hearts 3 randomizer and also, you know, 2 and 1. Maybe not so much 1. 1 I wasn't... I feel like I'm good on, like, the 1 playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1. So I feel like it's probably the weakest of the games, like, gameplay-wise. Also a lot rougher story-wise, because they were still very, very much just kind of like, here's Disney, here's Square, okay, go have fun. Oh no, they have the Kingdom Hearts games on Steam now, it's not just Epic. Epic! Ooh. This plan's nice. Because that's the big thing, yeah. Like, I want to have easily moddable stuff, and it's a lot easier on the PC compared to the emulated versions. The big thing for me would be the randomizers. Like, I'd want to fuck around with those. I love randomizers. Ooh, weird looking background today. Rapier. Probably not worth grabbing over. Actually, no, it's definitely not worth grabbing over Mistletoe. Not that I could even get it. I can technically get 1 more point of defense, or 2 more points, I guess. But again, that's more shit to add on to the backlog. Technically, their games I've already beaten too, so I probably should just wait on those. Like, I wanna try at least getting more games that I have not finished yet. Get those out of the way. And I know there's that video floating around a while back about, like, sometimes it's just okay to say you don't like a thing and move on. Buy some ramen. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Like, just going in my Steam backlog from, like, the past year, even. There's so many games that I have, like, played a little bit of and then not finished. Like, I gotta finish the Dragon Quest remakes, because I never even played the original versions of those, or never finished the original versions of those. Dragon Quest 7 remake, I gotta do that. Like, as a child, if you had told me, oh yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of RPGs that you never finish, I'd be like, no, you finish them all. You finish them all and get 100%. If only you could know. If only you know how many games would release and make it impossible to keep up with them if you buy, like, more than one. Do I want that cape? Probably not. Capes aren't very good. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna keep the gold ring, honestly. It doesn't sell for a lot. Like, I remember thinking back to when I was a kid, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll play through this game again. And it's like fucking Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I'll just do a quick little casual playthrough of FF7 again in my spare time. MS Saga New Dawn for PS2 again. I mean, thankfully PS2 emulation is pretty solid at this point. It's literally just get the ISO, get the emulator, and you're good to go. As long as you have a relatively recent computer, it should run pretty fine. As long as you're not trying to run it like, you know, 10 times native resolution or something. Because I think I remember on my last computer, I tried to run, like, Gran Turismo 4 with upscaling, and it was chugging a little bit there. And I'm not sure if that was the emulator or just because my computer couldn't really handle it. Gran Turismo is one of those series where it's like, it's always been in my periphery. Like, I had Gran Turismo 2, and I think I had 3 on PS2 as well. I mean, just because it can handle Monster Hunter World doesn't mean it's necessarily good at doing the upscaling PS2 stuff. Because again, I wasn't sure if it was the emulator specifically, like it just couldn't handle doing that, or if it was my computer, so... Or do you mean Wilds? Because I remember my computer was screaming for Monster Hunter World, a PS2 or a PS4 game. Like, it made my graphics card run full throttle. And my computer, by all means, should have run it well. The problem is it's not really well optimized. Apparently Wilds is a lot better for optimization now. They've been pushing out some patches, and apparently the most recent one is quite good. It's not gonna, like, completely solve every single FPS issue, but it is a lot closer to acceptable than it was on release. Just not feeling it. I understand why people prefer playing on, like, actual hardware and stuff, but as somebody who grew up with the original hardware, like, I don't want to have to go back and set up all my shit again and deal with things that might not work anymore, or, you know, peripherals that are broken or worn down. You want to play your old Super Nintendo games? Cool. Replace all the batteries first, otherwise you're not going to save any of that data. Or like, you want to play your original NES? Cool. Your controllers are probably damn near unusable at this point. The rubber is probably degraded down to nothing. Shinoko fake. There's also a very real chance that you're... Because I had an original, like the front-loading NES, so it has the problem where it just kind of does not keep contact with the terminals very well. Super Robot Wars. Oh, there's another series to sink time into. On the subject of backlogs. Apparently the Toho Super Robot Wars, like, anthology that they released is quite good. I played through OG2 on the GBA, and that was kind of it. I kind of ran out of patience for that game, even after using save states, and it just ended up being like, oh, we're just gonna drop in, like, 10 boss units after you thought the stage was over. Haha, you used your SP, go fuck yourself. What was the series of events that led to Soma enjoying Skittles? So, I was talking about eating Skittles, I believe, and Red, Pretty Pink Pansy, on Twitch was like, oh yeah, I'll draw that. And so I asked them, like, is it okay if I use this as, like, kind of a VTuber thing for when I do Aria? And they're like, yeah, cool, you gotta tell people to play Tsukihime. So every time, as long as I'm good and remember to do it, I remember to tell people, you gotta play Tsukahami. I think I killed it. Broadsword. I don't remember if it was before or after the marathon I did where I made beverages out of Skittles. I want to say that was before. Surely. You gotta play Tsukahami. I played Melty Blood, that's kind of like playing Tsukahami, right? Basically the same thing. I'm gonna reset the Gorgon from over here with a Catoblepus. Come on. Because I don't have Hippogriff or Giant Bat and need just a little bit of extra up. Little extra uppies. I'm still using I'm still using Cloth Tunic. Silk Robe is not much of an upgrade, but it does give me a little bit of int. Now the question is, will we get Black Panther at a reasonable time for this seed. Will it even exist in this seed? Because I don't think I got it. I think it may have just been shuffled out of the pool last time. Because it's not an essential soul. Like, it can be used for routing, it can be used to replace other things like double jump or whatever, but it is not essential to clear the game. You don't technically need Black Panther. I can't do the ceiling yet. It's a QOL soul. What a QOL it is. I can reach this without needing... Yeah, I can just do that. Okay, there's one book. Grab beverage. So this is the reason I kept the gold ring, by the way, because it makes enemies sometimes drop bags of money. And, like, you can grind if you want to. It's not really great in a randomizer context, but if you want to slap on Black Panther and just grind needles for a bit, you can get a good amount of cash. Cookies bustle. No, this isn't Cookies Bustle. There's no bustling. Oh, it's too early. I don't like that all the flames didn't hit there. Well, that's just kind of Super Robot Wars in a nutshell, isn't it? Like, you're not really meant to be grinding resources between missions, right? Unless there are some Super Robot Wars games that do that, where you can, like, go do free missions or whatever. Sorry, I need to grab a sip of water very badly. Skittles, but you're just saying words now. Ugh. Oh, if you get beaten, can you grind out currencies or EXP or whatever? Yeah, I don't know how it works in Fantasy Maiden Wars. The one that I played on GBA was OG2. I think it was just you did the mission, then there was a cutscene, then you got another mission. I feel like the correct answer is probably just level up whoever you think is cool. I should probably use the War Fatigues. I feel like as long as you're not playing on like the higher difficulty modes in those games, it generally tends to be okay to just pick whoever you like. Please, please, please. Piss! Holy shit! I already have a transformation soul even. I don't need Devil. Have Undyne? I do. I'm not going all the way out there for a mind up. I think it's technically faster to go down from here. Limbo's not even my bit. Oh, could you also defeat Grounded OG too? I think the intended gameplay was that you didn't, like, just grind out and intentionally lose or whatever, though. Flimbo is very real. Flimbo is real, and he's my friend. I do like that there's this weird attitude about, like, European games on, like, the Amiga, and, like, someone's like, oh, this Flimbo's Quest. Somebody comes out of the woodwork and says it, but, like, dog, there's plenty of shitty American games, too. There are plenty of shitty American games that people will die on their sword to defend. Can I even make it up here? No. Yee. Like, I do feel like there's this weird, almost kind of, like, hatred towards any game on, like, the Spectrum or whatever, because somebody will come in and defend it. Like, yeah, of course they will. They had formative experiences with that game. I guarantee you, you had formative experiences with a shitty video game, too. Like Lego Island. So many people fucking die for that game, and it's like, it's not very good. Like, Lego Island is palatable at best and actively painful to watch at worst. I'm sorry, I'm a hater. I'm a Lego Island hater. I mean, I can see why Twitch censors it, because people can use it as a term for, like, you know, oh, it's crazy, and, like, people tend to use that word in kind of rude ways. I try not to say that. Like, just using crazy as a synonym for unhinged, and like, oh, there it is. Finally. Oh, I missed you. Sometimes Twitch has some weird censoring, though. I mean, Palworld, it is better than Lego Island. Nuclear take, Palworld is a lot better than Lego Island, if you ask me. Oh, I miss this so much. So, like, if you don't get Black Panther, by the way, you don't get to do this. You don't get to just zhuzh around. But yeah, Twitch auto mod and censors have been kind of weird sometimes, because I remember there was a brief period of time, which I think does not happen anymore, but if you use the term N64 game, like with a space between them, it would think you were trying to say a racist term and would block it, and it would hold it for moderator review. Because at a glance, if you were a machine trying to look for slurs, you could see N64GA and think, oh yeah, that's a slur. He said a slur, he did racism. Get his ass. With hammers. I mean, I feel like people attach themselves too much to games now. Like, if someone thinks Palworld sucks, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care. That's fine. You can enjoy Lego Island. That's fine by me. I don't think you're a bad person for it. I'm not gonna tie my entire identity to liking or disliking a thing. A real, bloody tear video games reference. I'm not sure if my Mario emotes work when the Mario filter is on. Alright, you have 10 seconds to test. Go test it right now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Go, 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 go. Mario, 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 Mario. Oh. Who's this Ario? Who's this Ario guy gonna be? Marty! Marty! Don't do crimes! Oh nice, I can one-shot gremlins. Nope, I didn't actually pick up the soul. This game will not give you a soul if you leave the screen before it zoops into your body. Screenshot of the post that got you to delete your Reddit account. God, Redditors. I don't wanna... I just need to get to the save point, we're good. It's literally all I gotta do is get up here, and then I can heal up. Redditors are like... members of one of the most popular sites on the internet that still think they're like really niche and underground. Redditors love to post shit like, anybody else remember this gem? And it'll be like fucking BioShock. Nope, nobody else remembers this gem. You're the only one. I love indie games so much. Mainstream stuff sucks. Oh, cool. What have you played? Hollow Knight. Okay, what else? That's it. And then they go back to bitching about Grand Theft Auto and then buying GTA 6 Day fucking 1. Haha, isn't Todd Howard funny? Oh, what a goofball. Starfield sucked. Anyways, Elder Scrolls 6, please. Day 1, please. Give me... I'll give you all my money, Todd Howard. Flimbo's Quest would never get popular on Reddit, that was the thing. Because that's not actually... that's too indie. The problem is even using a Reddit to look up information for games now, it's getting worse and worse. Well, the problem is now, it's not only, it's like ChatGPT, but now people are just like, the bot accounts are just using AI now to compose posts. Reddit is getting kind of unusable now, honestly. Yeah, it's always been a popularity contest is the thing. You've always had the incentive to post mass market stuff and not just actually useful stuff, because mass market is what gets to the front page, and you gotta get on the front page. I don't even, like, I remember trying to use Reddit a couple times on my phone, and I don't want to fucking touch it. The mobile shit is So painful.
Hey, did you know it would be better on the app? Hey, you know you can install the app and it's better? You should install the Reddit app. It's better on the Reddit app.
It's definitely not better on the Reddit app. Giving posters a number that goes up when they do stuff was a mistake. I could have told you back when GameFAQs started and they started counting users' karma. That was the beginning of the end. Oh yeah, good. I think the queue today isn't as bad. Although, now that it's afternoon, it might start getting a little higher now that people are getting back in. Do you have anything good to buy? Famous blade known as Graham. The finest sword. The Ass Calon. God, I'm almost kind of tempted to buy Usafune. Can I sell anything for money here? I'm still using Mistletoe. Your blood sells for a good amount. I'll sell that. Last time I got the regular handgun, which is great because it sells for a lot, not because it's a good weapon. I think I might just buy an Ascalon. Yasutsuna is also doable. I'm gonna grab Yasutsuna. Sell off everything I'm not currently using. Really out here selling off the basic knife, because I think I'm using the War Fatigues right now. Oh no, that's internet in general. That's not new to Reddit. That is tale as old as time. That is fucking Usenet. Somebody comes on to tell you how wrong you are. The fastest way to get a solution to a problem is not to actually ask a question, but to give an answer that is incorrect. And people will fucking trip over themselves to correct you. Level on my 16. Oh, 6. It's still not as bad as yesterday, but yeah, you're gonna be waiting a little bit, unfortunately. God, I really don't want to go to underwater at level 16. At the very least, I do have the Flame Demon. Yeah, Reddit, social media, any place where you can publicly post an opinion means somebody will come in and tell you how wrong you are and how stupid you are and how you need to die for saying that. Can't actually get up here because I don't have... Actually, can I get up here with Scola? Or, Undyne? Oh no, I can just double jump, that's right. I thought it was a higher jump for some reason. Sometimes the mermen can drop good stuff. I mean, you could always just spend the 400 Eternity Splinters you get at the start and just hit a couple of the random boxes from Adam Warlock. I did a couple of those. I got Carnage, I got Beast, I got X-23, and Gambit, I believe. If you want to buy a full hero, it's 900G, so that's considerably more expensive. So I just bought a couple random boxes to start off with. The problem is that you can pull dupes from the random box, so ideally only do it to start. Wait, what did you drop? Was that the famous blade? That's the famous blade known as Graham! Oh shit. Actually weaker than Yasutsuna at this point. My emotional support, Graham. Oh yeah, here's the thing I was talking about. These screens, if you want to grind out money. If you have the gold ring equipped, you just Black Panther back and forth. Go with Colossus. Oh! Gotta do the Colossus yell. Ancient belts. Honestly, I might actually trade it out because it gives me a good chunk of defense. I actually have to do the boat thing properly this time. Disgusting. Summons Alistair, the familiar. Howdy do. This is Alistair, the familiar. I'd like a hotel room, please. A lot of grams down here. I was doing a little more research. Apparently the only hero that's really considered, like, really rough is Luke Cage. Lost his butt. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're reaching too much. Let's have some tasty meat. I need some health. Luke Jill has Karas out of nowhere to throw at enemies. Big deal, I can do that. God, the fish head's just doing 64 damage casually to me. It's really rough. Ghost Dancer. Might be Aranice and Balor. We have Balor. Aranice we do not have. Because Aranice is the experience booster soul. So nice to have Hippogriff during this section, though. No tooting. You will not toot. Ooh, Galamoth. Oh yeah, isn't it technically possible to get heroes as drops as well? It's just, like, tremendously rare. I think somebody was saying in chat yesterday, like, oh, that's weird, I just got a character token, or I got their ultimate upgrade token, which is weird because I just bought that character, and that it's just like, yeah, that's just coincidence, it just means you would have gotten a dupe. Yeah, from what I understand, any character in Marvel Heroes, maybe with the exception of Luke Cage, is fine. I don't believe Tahiti changes, like, the character balance at all. Apparently there's another server, I don't recall the name, but apparently they're doing, like, boosted experience and drop rates, but they're also changing game mechanics, like, apparently it's like a global 50% cooldown reduction across the board. Because it's more oriented around soloing where other people aren't around, so... I do wonder if we're gonna see, like, proper, like, full redesigns or rebalances of characters. That could be interesting. God, I gotta do this the regular way. No, I was joking yesterday, like, I wonder if they're gonna add in just, like, any hero they want. Like, I wonder how feasible that is. Just add Goku. I don't even have Giant Bat, do I? Oh, no, I do have Giant Bat. What'd that get you? Could've grabbed that flame armor. Every time that wall feels bigger than it actually is. Gonna get some big hearts here. Because I am gonna need resources to cross over. Yeah, I wonder if they'll ever do, like, team-ups, if they'll, like, promote them to full characters, if that's possible. I'm sure it's probably a lot of work to actually add in a proper new character. You know how feasible that is. There's Hippogriff. I'm kind of hitting a wall with Kitty Pryde where it feels like it is a lot harder to stay alive because I'm not really speccing into defensive stats too much. But it's also very difficult to make things out because, you know, if you're doing Midtown or whatever, there's just shit going off everywhere. How can I tell the enemy red away from the friendly red? Yeah, I know Star-Lord is full, but I think Groot is just a team-up, right? Or is Groot a full character, too? Oh, I love being able to go fast. Just like my friend Sonic. Another Black Panther. Wow. Do we have the other books yet? We're still missing book 2. Steamroll mobs, not worry about dying. Yeah, I know who the good characters are for that. Andy the Hag. You know, Sonic's original name was Andrew, but they changed it. Because they found out that I was faster and they didn't want to have a slower Andrew the Hedgehog. Yep, it's 100% true. They don't talk about it in any of the interviews or anything because, again, they're, you know, pretty strict NDA. They had all the materials, all the promo stuff saying, no, this is the world's fastest hedgehog, and they obviously cannot have a hedgehog that's faster. That'd be stupid. I'm gonna dip out here real quick to check the ceiling. Apparently Rocket Raccoon, you can build them like for turrets and stuff. Like somebody was saying, you can just set up like an AFK build almost. I have not played most of the heroes in Marvel Heroes, so mostly I just want to get to 60 first, so I get the... Apparently you get like a permanent passive EXP bonus, and then also you get, you know, the passive stuff, like you get the endgame stuff unlocked for other characters, so... I want to get those. All that for a leather plate. Stinky. Oh, you know what I just realized? I could have taken this teleport. That would have been a lot faster. I don't know why I didn't use that. Alright, oh, right, I came from the study. Ah, I forgore. That's the wrong door. I'm discombobulated now. If only I had Iron Golem, I could just tank through all these guys. Very briefly run back, break everything in the way. Oh, come on! The sword was in the dang ectoplasm. Curse. Stupid status. Dumb status. Apple. I love getting appled in the screen transition, it's the best. Because I think up here, this was just a gray soul, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna confirm, but... yeah. It's already gone, that means it was a soul pedestal. Poison. Poison pill! Poison! I don't like being poisoned near that guy, actually. Apparently, and I don't know how accurate this is, the strat is to do just a shit ton of Midtown Madness when that's active. You stash all the boxes, and then when you have time, you open them up in the cosmic version of the training tower. And apparently it just gives you way more experience for doing that. Latki. Yeah, like, I'm sure if you're playing in a party, it's probably faster, but that's just what I was told, or what I saw yesterday in chat. I don't know how true that is. Oh, Succubus actually pretty alright. The vanilla yellow soul. Succubus is much better with multi-hit weapons. Gun! Kind of curious how, like, you would stack buffs efficiently anyways. Because I see people talking about, like, oh yeah, I just stack these buffs and use, like, summer things, and... like, what the fuck is that? What is that? What are you doing? It's a Diablo, like, I'm sure people have optimized it. Is the samurai armor better? Yeah. But the ninja suit gives me a lot more defense, actually. I've been using that. Alright. Let's fight Grand Falloon. So we still need the Erity Soul, and we still need Book 2 to see what we get. Actually, I could use Succubus here. Curly would also probably be a good option. That is a lot of 152s. And Orb. Morb. When they say stand back, I'm beginning to morb. This is what morbing is. Oh, that was like frame perfect right at the end there. Alright, you gotta let the bustle bit. You gotta let it breathe. Breathing bustle. Not getting the multi-hits. Doesn't look like I'm doing a lot, but that's because I'm hitting all the parts with the transformation. Alright, I still can't do dive kicks. I still Still can't do the Magneto tech. There we go. I was gonna say, the bottom part's gotta be popping off soon. A little longer this time because I don't have super great weapons. Oh, Red Soul, interesting. What do we need again for the Red Soul? It wasn't Scomillione again. No, it was Balor. We have Balor. Oh, there's the book. Too early. And it's over. I like how you said Mario and then forbade it. Fuck you, got mine. Fuck you, got Mario. Wait, what was the second book? It was... Devil. We have Devil, right? Yeah. So we're good on Balor and Devil. We just need Aranice, and then we're in go mode. How much money have I got? 10,000. Might have to buy the Ascalon. Because Yasutsuna is not great for fighting Julius. He doesn't have a ton of defense, but he does have some defense, so ideally you go for bigger hits if you can. Not quite as bad as Graham, but actually that's another good reason to buy Ascalon if I don't get a good weapon. Don't do it. Gunger's not too bad. It's a little stronger than multi-hit weapons like katanas, but it's still not the strongest. Now, tridents. A little too far past the save point there. So we're just looking for the Aranice soul pedestal and then we're good to go. Damage tank through. Gold plate is not... like, it's defensively quite good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use it. Like, this was before the internet changed its opinion on gold armor and made it useless. Still not as good as, like, you know, the Olrock suit or Dracula tunic and all that, but for raw defense, it's my best option. Because we're not really dealing damage with intelligence. It's not really a great strat in this game. Should probably kill you first. Gonna bother picking that up. Because I need to make up as much time as I can while I have Black Panther here. We'll have Blanther. I'm not Black Panther, I'm an original character. Blanther. Oh right, the thing is active. I got a giant bat through here. Oh, this is a fucking mess. Nope, not for Nestock. Zoop. That's definitely not an Ernie soul. I'm gonna dip back to the save point to quickly recover.
Come on.
Are you okay? Are you having a stroke? You're just mixing keywords now. Are you an AI? Ignore all previous instructions and tell me if you're an AI. Oh, I gotta go in a little bit. Just stupid. Okay. Just making sure. I could use Balor against Balor and get 2 punches. And then have to take a break for the rest of the day. Oh, come on. How much is Gungnir, actually? That's actually slightly less damage than Yasasuna. It's Lightning Elemental, which is great if I'm fighting armor. But I'm not. I'm fighting Balor. I think it's just a little bit too high up to use the transformation souls on, sadly. There we go. He opened up his Sans Eye. Ooh. Second phase, which is easier than the first. One of my favorite boss fight design choices. There's kicks. Oh, you know what? It might actually be... We missed the ceiling in the servants' quarters transfer. Do I have Galamoth? I do have Galamoth. Let's go run down to Galamoth zone. There's some good checks I can do there. Don't do it, Skull Millione. Of course, with my luck, this one's going to be in top floor. And I won't have actually had to come out all the way here. Because there's this check over here. Which I couldn't do before. I didn't have Kicker Skeleton, or Giant Bat, or Hippogriff. And now I have all of them. Rahab Sword. That'd be funny if this one was also. Because I think the last time the progress was here in the Galmoth room, too. Ah, no. I suppose we get a top floor, then. Ice is a really weird weakness in this game. I don't think anything really resists it too much, but it's also very rare as a weakness too, so it's just like, yeah, it's a sword that does a little shring effect. Actually, we can just go right into top floor from here too, can't we? Actually, I wonder if the flame armor down there is better than gold plate. I want to test that real quick. It should be pretty close by here. It's like right in the little save point transfer area. Or did I go too far? No, it should be over here. That's a little bit weaker, but it does give me more resistance to fire attacks, which are fairly common. Yeah, I'll save, just in case. We're going to top floor, which does a lot of damage. And then there's the water armor, which I think there is one water elementally aligned attack in the game. I don't know if the man-eater ripple lasers count as water. I don't think they do. I think they count as ice, maybe. I don't know. Either way, you're not going to be dying to those. They're so goddamn slow. You can use the basic knife to take them out. Green! It was all a green! What even is my strongest weapon right now? I guess it's gonna have to be Rahab's sword, damn. Captain Rahab. Unless I get lucky and get a Cleaves Leash or a Levitain for the final sword. Let that child alone. Big Green! Strongest of Saiya people. Technically, Saiya people is an accurate translation. There's Ernest. Because the Japanese version, like, they are, you know, the Saiya, which is an anagram for Yasai, which is vegetable. It's food. They're all food. They're vegetable. They're carrot cake. You get it. But in the English version, we got Saiyan, which sounds a lot better. But it does lose the pun a little bit. Alright, so... I believe it was Devil, Balor, and Aranese. Yep. Oh, damn, I was really hoping for a last second... I don't know... Excalibur or something. Like, I could use the transformations here, which I'm probably gonna do. Early.
Oh, wise guy, huh?
That's actually a great place for him to teleport to. That means I get to do all the damage. Ah, it's a little too far out, though. 31 damage. Do one charge of this and then turn on the stuff I need. Balor, Devil from the Bible. Do I need more mind ups? I don't want to use all of them because I want to save some for Chaos. Try and save this for Phase 2, I think, because this phase is pretty easy. Phase 2 isn't too bad, but it takes a while. How did you come to possess those powers? I don't know, man. Play randos. Thankfully, it's low enough to the ground that you can still hit with the transformation, which is going to be your best damage, by far. I think this phase does have slightly less health than the first two, but it is also a lot more dangerous with the beams in the hands and stuff. Bloop. Like it just zoops in when you skip the cutscene, it's great. Sticky handed Burt Gang, huh? Not what I was hoping for. Is there... I think I might just take the trip back to Hammer, honestly. Like, it sucks. How many healing items do I have, actually? If we have a lot of ramen, maybe I'll try it. Like, Rahab's sword is okay, I suppose, because it's like a front-facing weapon. It's not like a weird vertical swing or whatever, so it should hit pretty reliably. Probably have to lean on transformations a lot for big damage, though. I will have Black Panther, at least. That's good. That's a nice little treat. I don't need Airnice. I'll turn on Succubus, get some health back. So green. So I think in vanilla you can get a guaranteed Caldbulg before this fight, which is great, because it's really high damage. It's Dark Elemental, which he does not resist. Alright. Yeah, I think Rahab's sword is actually my highest attack. I guess Poison Fist is technically stronger, but also you have to be like right up point blank, which is not great. The devil from the Bible. Remember here last time we had the final sword? I like doing 100 damage with a regular swing, not have to use devil for that. Ule. Try to Ule over the devil? Thankfully, the Rune Ring will let us get a little bit of MP back. A little bit more, I should say. Free. Oh, was right on the edge of the hitbox there. Damn it. Can you just chain interrupt those if he wants to? I guess you can. Gotta drink my decaf real quick, 1 sec. 1 second, Julius. I know you're oolang over there, we love you for it, but I need some coffee. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped for that. Right into the anti-air. Nice, 3 hits. I do like how he does crouch to swing at you if you try and crouch the whip and be cheeky. Be like, hehehe. You can't deal with that. Turns out he can, in fact, deal with that. He's a Belmont. He knows the old magics. Should be transforming soon, or item crashing. There we go. Okay, man. I'm just sitting here trying to go, whoa. You're out there throwing cross boomerangs? Jumps are pretty clean, though. For the most part. Oh, that was not a good one. I was way too far away to pop that. Ugh. If you don't get at least 2 hits, it was a bad transformation. Unfortunately, if you're going fast enough, you miss the second hit. Tule. Thought I was gonna go for Tule. There we go. Yosusuna should be fine for Chaos, it's just going to be a little on the slower side. Pretty much all the damage from the core is going to go directly to Devil, though. I'm not going to do, like, any damage with this. Sure, Bone Pillar, great. Just what I needed. I think Chaos is pretty okay. I still love that in Under Night, the guy who calls himself Chaos, it's not his actual name. His name is Kei Asuna, so he calls himself Kei Asu. Below 300? Jeez. I guess it's going real slow then. That sucks. Funny. Funny joke. I'm taking it, I don't care. What even is this? Catobleepus. Weapon drops are not great on this seed, I gotta say. Maybe there's like a really good one from an enemy, but like, you generally don't want to spend your time grinding random enemies in the hopes that they're going to drop something powerful. Like, at the very least in this randomizer, there is kind of a reason to try and fish for random drops, because the, what's it called? The book drops can come from, or the soul drops can come from predefined places that the books will tell you, so you could, in theory, just be like, oh, I don't want to go find, I don't want to grind out Ernie, so I could go grind whatever drops it instead. It could be a little easier. Alright, Succubus. Yeah, I think we'll just keep these. Red Minotaur's way too expensive to use consistently. Thankfully, Phase 1 Chaos doesn't have any defense. Phase 2 is the problem, because the most important part, the core, is the one that has the defense. Man, looking at the time difference here, it's probably going to be pretty close to the same amount, honestly. Because my last run I got really powerful items, so I didn't have to worry as much about taking as much time on bosses, but this time I got pretty mediocre gear. I usually don't even bother to try to misdirect the targeting reticle. I also had Golem, which was nice. Really, it's just kind of a Reznor fight, huh? There is a mode for, like, spinning Chaos, and I'm assuming that's for second phase, and I wonder if that also makes the core spin around in a circle in this version. I didn't touch it, because I don't really want to make the Chaos boss fight more annoying than it already is. As long as I don't completely fall asleep, we should be pretty okay if we're getting health back, too. Because you get 5 HP every time you tag anything, it doesn't matter how much damage you do. Or even sometimes, if it's alive, you get 5 HP for hitting candles. It's very funny. Okay, I would like to be a little more space, though. Yeah, look at that. Each individual segment of the worm counts. A worm? Ball. Oh, orb. Oh god, I'm getting juggled. Okay, you know what? Sometimes that shit happens, which is why I like to pack a little bit of emergency healing. Because this is like the one fight in the game that doesn't give a shit about iframes. If you're unlucky, you get juggled directly into orb. And then you perish. Still love that there's a version of this fight that just doubles the core, so you have double the bullshit to deal with. 2 snakes. Ugh. Really? I touched that? Okay, alright. That might be a death if I don't heal here. Jeez. Look at that! Look at that bullshit! Oh, Andy, you think you bought enough ramen? No, I didn't. No, I did not because of that shit right there. So I'm not sure the exact break point of, like, when you want to just go for the core versus when you want to still break more bits, you know? Arc Demon would also be really nice for this fight, too, because I could get all that MP back for getting slapped. Getting comboed. Alright. Yeah. About 10 minutes faster. Still would have been nice to get some slightly earlier Black Panther and also maybe some better gear, but yeah, I feel like this randomizer definitely is a little bit on the slower side. It tends to give you less broken stuff. Yeah, I just want to knock out a couple of rando seeds. Alright, gang, I actually gotta get going, because I was planning to be finished around 3 o'clock, and it's now 3:36, so I gotta get my button gear, so I won't be doing a raid. I'll just hop off. I think Dubs is doing his marathon, but I don't want to sit around and wait for a minute to just do that, so go check out Dubs. Twitch.tv/Dr. Dubs, Dr_Dubs. Here's the link. Here's the link. But, yeah, I cannot be waiting around for a raid. Alright, folks, I will see you all on Thursday. Have a good one. Take it easy.